That's all I can do at my point in age is counsel and advise. I don't try and regulate nothing. Wise man knows he knows nothing at all.
About humanity, putting truth in these lines while they busy feeding lies. When you got that tunnel vision, gotta open up your eyes. Wake up and go to sleep. Man, I'm praying all times. And to my guys, ain't no other side. This for my brothers, I'ma pray we all shine. Lock the door. Go ahead, lock the door. Lock the door. Go ahead, lock the door. Yeah, you already know.
Depending on the lessons, some people eat, some people learn. But the game is going to send you a big. Lock the door.
Professor Melly Mail, Hood Postman, back with Sparks. Sparks, how do you perceive loyalty and trust amongst gangsters today?
Oh man, so in that prison from they try, but to me, oftentimes they portray themselves, especially with the advent of the social media stuff. We in the information age, of course. It's a different era from when I grew up. We held things a little bit tighter. We knew how to hold water. We did not discuss criminal activity under no circumstance.
We hated taking pictures.
Yeah, we didn't take pictures. We didn't. If we did take pictures, they was generic. But today, it's a different kind of rhythm altogether to cripping or being out in the streets and being a part of that. I would call it degradation.
It's almost unrecognizable.
It is. It is too widespread. It is too wide open. It is, to me, if you want to achieve something here in America as a black man, or African American, you need to hold that tight. You need to be underground with it. You need to not be exposed to those that can really do you harm. Not to say you afraid of the next person or next entity from block to block, but you got powers on high that you are unaware of that's hell-bent on, first of all, perpetuating what you're doing because they feel like what you're doing is not contributing to what your people are or need to be, and that's fine with them, if you get what I'm saying. But it is what it is, and they're in that lane. It's an unrecognizable situation to me. I come in, I still go to my neighborhoods and try and counsel and advise, but that's all I can do at my point in age is counsel and advise. I don't try and regulate nothing. Wise man knows he knows nothing at all. I didn't see Crip coming to what it is today from when I participated yesterday, but it is what it is. It seemed like it's a lot of the same old stuff I was doing when I was cripping. And no one is the better off for it. I mean, when I say no one is the better off for it as a community, in other words, my race of people has not advanced whatsoever, period, from my loyalty and love for Crip. And I still got loyalties and love to Crip because I know there's potential there. But I'm an old man now. My time is past. It's in the hands of a youth movement out there that is what it is. You got hip hop, you got all kinds of media moguls involved in this situation now. People that exploiting it for whatever reason, monetary gain. But in the final analysis, what is it doing for the widespread
I'm glad you mentioned
advancement
hip
of us
hop.
all?
What people, well, maybe they do understand, and you and I certainly understand that Crippin' and even Damuism or Kiaweism, and I don't call them isms, they provided the backdrop
Right.
for what is known as gangster rap, because the gangster rappers wasn't doing what they were rapping about. It was observable reality, and then they put it in record form and put it out
Right.
for public consumption. Also, what people don't understand is that we provided content for what we now see as gangster movies in our culture, right?
Right.
All that came from those experiences. And also the look, the dress, the swag, everything, the language, right?
Everything.
But we haven't been compensated. Not one, well, some of us, but not all. And I think that's I don't know if it's lost, but certainly people have became millionaires based on Kiawe and Damu culture.
Right.
Would you agree, disagree?
Oh, I agree 100%. Me, myself, I was never in it for a monetary reason. I was, dropped down, loyal, and basically married to this movement, man, from just a pure sense of having pride in those I was around and what we was about. We didn't have no bigger framework for what we was doing. Yeah, we didn't like the police. We didn't like anybody that wasn't Crip for that matter. But we wasn't conscious. We wasn't on a revolutionary page of consciousness that informed us about other evils that be, other enemies that are, and therein lied the whole waste of the situation. Because had we known, about Ku Klux Klan, about conservatism, politics, about policymakers, about these people in middle
We would have
California,
structured
we would have structured and been
different,
a little
yeah,
bit. Yeah, we would
yeah.
have been a little bit more focused in on things that was really doing us harm. We always focus in on ourselves, and it's a little bit of self-hate built into us because basically we're socialized into a European frame of being. And if you socialize and indoctrinated into that, then just by default, you thinking yourself lesser than. You thinking white and white society and their material is the world. That's just how it goes. But you can come out of that, man. You can come out of that, and I did come out of it at one point when I was locked up in, and now I strive to build past the ignorance. So
what
this
was
is what
the
I do.
tools that you used to come out of it?
Reading. So I was always a disciplined, exercising, physical, spiritual entity in and of myself. I always considered myself down or courageous, if you want to call it that. I didn't feel nothing on 2 feet. I was built to handle almost any kind of physical situation, but my mental was lacking, and I got locked up in San Quentin and started reading, and came into the light, during those studies. I was around a lot of. I was 23 when I got locked up in San Quentin Adjustment Center.
What year was that?
That was 1984. That was 1983. Actually, I got locked up in the Adjustment Center. I had called they accused me of a jailhouse murder in San Quentin, based on some Crip wars with the Mexican mafia. locked me up to the Adjustment Center. When I got there, it was just filled with old brothers that was BGS way back in the 70s, and they started feeding me revolutionary doctrine books, Mao Zedong.
So actually, they really didn't know what they were doing, because now they open up a bigger can of worms, because now they putting you in the information around the individuals that can provide information and bring you out of this poor mental state.
Yes, well, I had time. I always was one that loved reading. I read today. I read every single day of my life.
Absolutely.
And I've been doing that. So yeah, I started reading, and a couple of books, passed through. I studied, and learned a little Swahili, but I was still cripping, and I still had a mentality of, we gonna take Crip to where it's supposed to go. And then we wanted to, elevate Crippin to a point of focusing on the real factors that are, like these. When I got out of AC, I had the Crips more on deck towards, Nazis and
pointing in the right direction.
Oh yeah, we were pointed in the right direction, and believe me, we went at it in that direction. Once that came into focus of who they were and how they hated, and we wasn't on that page. Chris was not, by and large, on a hate page because he was white or he represented the Nazis, but they were, and we started responding to that and getting more into, oh, okay, they want to be like that, so I thought it was a good thing. So I thought it was a good thing for me. I thought it was the thing that I was going to teach and advocate in Crippin while I was on these prison yards, and the Crips followed through each and every time with responding to their hate with hate. We started hating.
A deeper question, Sparks. Do you think the Mexican mafia, or maybe they just ignore it, realized that their politics was influenced by white supremacy, and they use white supremacist talking points and direction? In other words, this is my water fountain, this is my bench, this is my area. All that came from white supremacy. That came from Jim Crowism.
Yes.
And they adapted it.
Yes, they did. So when I hit the prison yard, it was a lot of the same Mexican guys that I was in YAs and camps with that was Mexican mafias. Then I got hip to the northern familiars who was a little bit more conscious than the Mexican mafia. The Mexican mafia was, yes, they was in lockstep with the Aryan Brotherhood on the prison yard. They was one and the same, basically. They was, sister and brother sets, if you want to call it that. And they were. The Southern Mexicans are basically just as racist to us as the white boys was. And that's how we responded to them.
The thing about that, they weren't always like that. They learned that. In other words, we grew up with them. We knew them in elementary and junior high, and so they were different. And then the moment they got into this institution, they evolved or morphed into something different.
Well, the Mexican mafia, man, is formulated by a white guy by the name of Joe Morgan.
Yeah, he's Croatian. Which is European.
Right, and Joe Morgan, and then Thopo was the Mexican that brought everybody on board with it. So, they basically was in alliance with the Aryan Brotherhood. It's just that simple. The Aryan Brotherhood and the Mexican mafia is the ones that was giving George and the rest hell, coming through prison when the numbers was against them, because when they get deep, oh my God, when they get deep, you catch them one by themselves. I'm talking about all of them. They just are so nice, but when they get deep, they really expose the hate they got for your black skin, simply because you got black skin.
Nothing more.
Nothing more. Nothing more.
Just the look. Okay, he black, and I don't like it. I hate
black,
it.
and it was different with the northern Mexicans.
Of course,
it was completely different.
Yes.
They was a little bit more into a revolutionary stance and spirit, although they were, into racketeering and doing what they need to do to get their money right, but consciously they were in lockstep with black movements, you know.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I came across some information. They was actually instrumental in teaching guerrilla warfare behind the walls, in some aspect.
Of course, yeah, they studied guerrilla warfare.
I'm talking about the Northern
theory.
Mexican.
Yeah, Northern Mexican and everybody else, studied Sun Tzu and guerrilla warfareism. Che Guevara. We studied it in the vein of if you got to go against a superpower, you better know some things about survival, self-determination and digging holes and being, unseen.
Bombs and knives and anything else you
up
whatever's at your disposal.
You're up against something that you cannot win head up against. You got to do guerrilla warfare. It's
Propaganda.
just that center. That's how they was able to survive in Nam. It was guerrilla warfare. Wasn't Ho Chi Minh's army. It was the little guerrilla units out there in Nam that was giving the Americans hell. You know what I mean? So it works.
And playing on the mentors, inserting information, and they reading it, and then they taking it in, and
right.
Okay, got it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, they were studying, but and in the event that something happens here in America, I guess they felt like that they had to have these survival skills to deal with the oppression that could be.
Man, that's I don't, and then when you see them years later, they something different from there. Other words, at some point, I don't know how they jump the line and come back, so to speak. Twice the baby, once a man, I guess. I don't know.
Yes, sir. If life, man, and learning, man, will send you through a couple of circles. You see what I'm saying? And then once you do those circles a couple of times, you understand, what your natural abilities is in that respect per se. You as you grow, as you travel through the ups and downs of life, then you come into a lane, you come into a consciousness, and if it's the light, you stay there. If it's the light, it's the light. Once you come out of that darkness into the light, you gonna stay there, bro.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yes, it is.
Lock the door.
Cali finest, baby. Proof of grind all the time. Music money, got a dollar sign. Hub City. I'm a street nigga, streets fuck with me. I'ma keep pushing products till the fans get me. It's guap off top, diamond Cartier. That nigga Wall won't give a pro bitch the time of day. They see me climbing, they see me shining. That's hard work, proof of grinding. New money got me tipping in that 550. Ali, bad man, and I'm so pretty. I got that tech with me, that's my hater sprayer. Go big, grind now, nigga, play later. What can I say?